Good morning, everyone. It's quite early today, and I have my knee brace on. On the other knee. And I did it all to myself. Well, that's it. I have a condition. It's what it is. Done, right? Oh, I tell you, I get all these great ideas and advice from people, what I need to do, this, that. I'm going, yeah, okay. So I had some work to do, and I woke up with back pain a few days ago. And I thought, I can't, no, not today. So I took an 800 milligram ibuprofen. Yep, I'm paying for that too, even if it's just once a week. It's coming out through my skin, and it said, I hope I'm not going to end up like I did last year, where I suddenly realized, aspirin, I'm having an allergic reaction now to aspirin. No, it's the last thing. And then, anyway. So the ibuprofen worked for a while, but now, which is, again, that stuff comes out of your skin, this, that, right? And it comes out in blisters. So, especially on my arms and on my legs. Which, in a way, tells me that my kidneys and my liver are working really well, because that's actually what your system does. The liver and the kidneys, especially the liver, stores toxins. The kidneys do too. They kind of work in tandem a little bit. And then when you eat certain foods, this and that, right, it's called a Seneca cleansing diet. And that's a Indian cleansing diet, which is a Native American cleansing diet. And I did that when I was really young. And oh my gosh, I got a rash afterwards. I went to the doctor because it wouldn't go away. It took so long. Oh, you have poison eye or poison oak. I'm going, no, I don't. No, I don't. I haven't been anywhere. And I'm not allergic. To this day, I'm not allergic to. The only thing that I ever shown a reaction to was the white sumac. Yeah, don't touch that stuff. Don't. If I have a reaction, and I've seen some pictures on, okay, I thought, man, I got away easy then, Well, anyway, So actually, and then they release, these toxins get released from your system. As I said, when you eat certain things, from your organs, and then they come out through your skin. Okay? Yes. All right. So, yes, yep, yep. Even, as I said, these painkillers, even the aspirin for me now, and the ibuprofens. I can't take Tylenol. I already figured that out. No, that's not gonna. That makes me loopy. I don't like that. The ibuprofen doesn't do that. And but they're toxins. Our system regards them as toxins. Yes, yeah. So if you have to be on them, pain's no fun. If you have to be on them, read up on what foods are good for these toxins to be released also out of your system again. Okay? Yes? Yeah. The skin, it's not a ideal kind of thing, but it's better than them staying in your system. But I took an ibuprofen, went to work, carried a bunch of stuff around, felt like $1,000,000 all day. I'm not kidding. Even told my brother-in-law, man, I feel like a spring chicken again, right? Yeah, huh? And then, the next day, my knee started. I'm going, what is that? The pill wore off. What happened? Same thing as with my other knee. The pain just gets worse and worse and worse. It reaches a point, and then I guess, I'm not sure what, then suddenly the swelling starts to go back down. Yes, I use my St. John's wort oil. I use ice on it, which seems to work really well, but my other knee, no, and it's just as swelled up as the one. That doesn't seem to just stay that way now, but I can walk. I mean, it's not, okay, it's just, no, what did I do to myself that day, right? Couldn't feel it. may have twisted my knee, may have, or carried something too heavy, and or just did too much, and it messed up another ligament. Yes, I have ligament problems. Well, anyway, so there it is. What can I say, right? But so I have a knee brace on. It works. I walk much better. I can walk straight. I can walk straight. I have to be hunched over, worrying that my knee will just cave in. Then I'll fall or this or that. Ugh, it's always something, right? I'm much better off than so many other people. I'm much better off than so many children. I've got nothing to complain about, right? The reason I'm telling you this is more, again, I realized, oh, first of all, ooh, the toxins are coming out through my skin again. So ibuprofen is toxic as well. And yeah, I had such a great day working. I really did. It was just wonderful. Now I'm paying for it big time. This will take several weeks to be okay again. To the point where I have to say, okay, damage done. Let's move on. Right. Okay. Oh, I better leave this in here. We have one more to go here. Today, I believe, is the day. Celestial condition. Established kingdom of heaven on earth. I was a blessed child. Peace in mankind. Care and love for every dependent child. Peace. Every child feels secure, which reflects cause and effect in the child's life. Peace. Every child eats. Peace. Every child is warmed in cold times. Peace. Understanding a child's growth in troubling times. Then to guide the child to attain harmony with peace. I am peace as a father, as a mother, as a son, as a daughter of God. Peace. To become the best I can be for every child. Repentance. Knowing every child is deserving of peace. Prayer. Knowing every child comes first. Restored. Conditions are fulfilled when every child is loved and cared for. Death. Separates us from our earthly path to attain peace. Our taught descendants are the future. The change of lineage, God's lineage in action. The true cause and effect in a child's harmonious and happy life. I am an adult, ashamed to ask for anything from my heavenly parents for myself. If a child on earth needs my prayers and conditions greater than I. Peace will happen when peace can be found in every child. I will be less than any child that suffers due to mankind's unkindness. Spirit world will hold us all accountable regardless. Let's remember that. Oh, I'm going to stick that back in here. Actually, I'm going to leave it out because that's going to go on my bowl today. Okay. Okay, no, just going to mention that. And this is absolutely just my opinion. So why even mention it? Yeah. When I study up on something, when I hear someone else, I don't, not just, okay, everybody has to listen to me. I listen to others that I say, wow, you've really done great studying on this, and every point is true, sounds true to me from what I've studied up on it. Right? Yes, okay, so there's a common denominator, a common thread, right? Throughout what I'm listening to, I'm going, yep, I can actually confirm that. That is true. This, right. sometimes a warning isn't always substantiated yet, right? Yes? One can just either knowing from the past then project out, right? Yes? One can kind of see, okay, where this is leading to if there isn't a big change happening in between, which brings another one to my mind. Tomorrow is today's tomorrow. Today is tomorrow's today. You guys know? Okay, I watched that one going, oh my gosh. If you say it properly, it makes sense, okay? But if you just read off a script, aha, right there. If one just reads off a script and doesn't understand the content or the context of it, and on what it actually means and where you pause and where you continue on, where you accentuate, and then it won't make sense, right? Yes? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I saw that again this morning. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a pair we got in the White House. Oh, so I saw another one where they found some new ancient texts hidden within other texts. Okay, how does that work? I'm not sure, right? Yeah. Well, I guess, I don't know, did they hide it with, well, I don't know what kind. I know there are some things supposedly that you can do to paper and then write on it and it disappears. Well, we have these disappearing inks now, and then how they appear again, right? So somebody's kind of trying to tell me that they had that in ancient times as well. Okay, and okay, why write it down if it stays hidden then, right? Because if you have something that also it wasn't clear, well, was it it was written over something else, and then how does that stand out? As I said, what kind of ink and stuff did they have at that time to write things down with? They had that technology, they had those inventions or these discoveries, or that takes a lot of science to do stuff like that at that time with poor scholars and scribes and stuff like that. Yeah, you can't tell me that. So I read and said, okay, where did this come from? The Vatican. Okay. Besides the text, okay, which it didn't give you much anyway, but anyways, the Vatican does that every so often. They come up with, I don't know, in my opinion, 3/4 who are in the Vatican, they're just hoodlums. Hoodlums. Yeah, just hoodlums. Nothing to do with God. I grew up as a Catholic, okay? And I have to say, my Catholic life and faith and how I grew up, how I was taught by my mom, was very good. I had a good foundation, right? And my mom's faith was true. Right? I mean, it wasn't. We were not connected to the money. We were not connected to the agenda. We were not connected to, okay, the power struggles that go on there as well. We were not connected. My family was not connected to any of that. So Catholicism was just fine for us, okay? Yes? We learned as proper commoners when it came to all that. But what goes on in the Vatican, I saw something about the Illuminati too, which, that is such a rumored and gossiped about, but that's not God. That's not about God either. It's just not. You have to be so secretive and hidden away, and who knows what you're doing, then God's out in the open, okay? Not hidden away, this and that. So they come up with this, and I'm looking, I just looked, I didn't even really go into it and check it out because I already know, this is most likely all false, okay? All right, I used most likely. I told you it was my own opinion. Yes? Tired of being hoodwinked. I'm tired of being told lies. I'm tired of supporting things and people that have not the best of the people in mind. Just how do we ensnare them some more, Yes? How do we gain more status, you know? So this would be, if it were true, again, but in the way that it was found, this is going, yeah, right. You can't tell me that. Yeah. Yeah. Just like with I mentioned that before, with the chariots and certain other things they found in the Red Sea or so, you know, where the sea parted and the Egyptians all got drowned. How many thousands of years ago was that? Oh, skeletons. I went and read up on it immediately. Say, okay, how is this? Is this possible according to science? No, it's not. Oh, well, but no, it's not. No, it's not. So, and it was it was from 2014, and somebody had this idea of putting that on in 2023 as, hey, you know, and it was already proven at that time it was a hoax. Okay, well, aha. What people all want to believe out there. So I've shared a post on my Facebook page, and it's about on how certain groups now are using ancient history to prove their point, and on how love and desire and how elevated that was in that particular nation, country, and this guy disproves it all. Goes in and says, no, that's not true. You didn't do your studying, and you are misrepresenting a history of a people. And I find that sad. Because the next thing they're going to do, because of people's agendas and their desire for lust, that's not love. It's going to be what? In the next history book that they're going to edit and revise? So our children can all read that false stuff? Learn about all that false crap? Oh. That'll be next. But thank God there are people out there who say, no. Yeah, but that's one person. Right? As I said, we don't have the smartest tools in the shed when it comes to politics anymore. Our government. We just don't. It's not about, it just isn't about the good of the people anymore. It just isn't. Right? That's just a fact. And that's a fact we're going to have to live with probably for some time now. Right? I don't know. Is it going to change? Is it just going to disintegrate further into... To me, politics should be a serious topic. Okay? It's a serious undertaking to care for people. What are we reading here in Deuteronomy? How serious that is. Huh? And how easily it can fail if it's not being 100% taken serious. But in our country right now, I have to agree with the rest of the world. Our White House is a joke. It's an absolute joke. Absolutely. I can't say it any other way. And I'll laugh too. Because what else are you going to do? Right? Yes? Okay. Let's start reading. Deuteronomy 8. Oh, no. We're on 8. Oh, hello. 9. We're on 9. How many books are there? Let's check that out. Oh, it's a great day today. Oh, I bet today... Oh, that's why maybe I have to suffer a little bit. Yeah, we're still in restoring times, you guys. There has to be a balance. And we have to accept the balance that goes with it. It is just what it is. 34. We got 34 little chapters here. Oh, the last one is the death of Moses. Oh, and then there is the Deuteronomic history before the book of Joshua. Interesting. Ooh, don't jump ahead now, girl. I'm not. Okay. Deuteronomy 9. Yahweh, not Israel, wins the victory. Oh. I just had a classic. Is that the bolero? I'm not sure. As soon as I read that, that song came to my mind. I love that song. Okay, I think it's called Bolero. Okay. Listen, Israel, today you are about to cross the Jordan, to go and dispossess nation greater and stronger than yourself, and cities immense, with walls reaching to the sky. Well, that's an overstatement. Aha, there you go, walls reaching to the sky. That's an overstatement. How can you build a wall reaching to the sky? So how tall was the wall? They're so good at describing cubits and this and that, and I don't know what. They can't tell me how tall that wall was. Again, oh, that's an exaggeration, isn't it? Oh! A people great and tall, these Anakim, as you know, you have heard the saying, we can stand up to the sons of Anak. Oh, who can stand up to the sons of Anak? Know then today that Yahweh your God himself will go ahead of you, destroying them like a devouring fire, and that he himself will subdue them before you, so that you can dispossess and quickly make an end of them, as Yahweh has already said. That's too bad. People trying to make me believe that God destroys his own creations. That just doesn't make sense. But that's how they wanted to write it down. Do not think to yourself, once Yahweh your God has driven them before you, Yahweh has brought me into possession of this country because I am upright. Oh, when Yahweh is dispossessing these nations for you because they do wrong. You are not going into their country to take possession because of any right behavior or uprightness on your part. Rather, it is because of their wickedness that Yahweh is dispossessing these nations for you, and also to keep the pact which he swore to your ancestors. I have something to say to that here in a moment. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Be clear about this. Yahweh is not giving you possession of this fine country because of any right conduct on your part, for you are an obstinate people. But the Israelites weren't obstinate enough yet. People are still doing the right thing there, and that's what's saving them. What I found is when, again, this is when one just is interested in, okay, I'm interested in these people. So I'm going to go and read up on their history. And you try to find true history, right? Yes? Yeah, I'm telling you. It's sometimes hard. That's why you cross-reference. Yes? And I found that when it comes to empires, right? Yes, dynasties, kingdoms, all over the world. Why did they decline? Why did they eventually get conquered? Why did they fall? And it wasn't always through wars. The interesting thing about the last dynasty in China, very interesting, was, and I think I mentioned that before, was not because another people came in and conquered them. First of the Chinese too. Man, I tell you what, really, you're just not happy. They've always fought against each other, kingdom by kingdom, this emperor by emperor, just ridiculous. You all live on the same continent. Why can't you just get along with each other, right? Yes, okay. But the one thing was that the last emperor there didn't want to have any trading going on with the West, okay? Oh, it wasn't because they were so against the products from the West or whatever. That wasn't it. It was, again, about power and control. Right? Power and control, and, the advisors of that emperor. Okay, some emperors, yeah. It was weird on how some emperors and kings were controlled, right, by their cabinets. Oh! Isn't that interesting? And then others on how tyrannical and power hungry they were, and absolutely abused their position as well, right? No balance. There's no balance there, it seems. So they didn't want that, and what happened is that the opium smuggle started. And opium came into China and destroyed the Chinese people. It did. That's why it all finally, this emperor stuff and all that came to an end, right? Dynasty stuff, this came to an end. Drugs. Interesting? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what I read here is, no, you're not going to go do that. God will take care of that. That tells me that you wait. You have to wait. Just wait. Wait, get better as a people yourself, this and that, and we'll see what happens with them. And no doubt, there were things going on within the Anakim that we don't know. It's not written down. And they had their own downfall, basically. Then when the Israelites moved in, it was most likely literally to save the few that were still there, or, okay, it was done. And did they get absorbed into the Israelites? I don't know. Really, did it just stay? We already know that the Israelites had a hard time just sticking with God's commandments and, yes, yeah. Don't go out there and do what you're doing with them women. Don't do that. Don't sell your daughters off somewhere else just because you have a lot of them. Right? That's what I'm getting here. Right? Yes? Every bit of what should be right. Don't sell off your daughters. And don't go and get some women from somewhere else. Huh? What are the consequences of that? Either way, it's slavery. Oh, okay. All right. Well, but. No, don't give me the buts. Don't want to hear it. Okay. Next. Israel's conduct at Horeb. Moses intercedes. Remember, never forget how you provoked Yahweh your God in the desert, from the very day that you left Egypt until you arrived here. You have been rebels against Yahweh. At Horeb, you provoked Yahweh, and Yahweh was so angry with you that he was ready to destroy you. I said, I don't believe that. There's more to it, but what? Is this the only way to talk to the Israelites? I have no idea. I had gone up to the mountain to receive the stone tablets, the tablets of the covenant that Yahweh was making with you. I stayed 40 days and 40 nights on the mountain with nothing to eat or drink. Yahweh gave me the 2 stone tablets inscribed by the finger of God, exactly corresponding to what Yahweh had said to you on the mountain. So he inscribed them. The finger of God is just, Moses took his own hand and, but according to God's finger, yes. I know this. As I said, you need to know a little bit of poetry and this and that as well, right? On how you decipher poems, literature. It's about, okay, all right. Just say, wow, it's in here. Okay, that's an ancient kind of thing anyway. That is an ancient thing. And that is why we have to be careful on how we interpret ourselves certain things, because on how, things weren't said out straight rather than hidden away. Right? The finger of God, what is that? Oh, God comes down and goes, oh yeah, let me inscribe that in with my fire finger. No, that's not what it means. Okay. Just saying. All right. Yahweh gave me the 2 stone tablets inscribed by the finger of God, exactly corresponding to what Yahweh had said to you on the mountain from the heart of the fire on the day of the assembly. After 40 days and 40 nights, having given me the 2 stone tablets, the tablets of the covenant, Yahweh said to me, get up, go down quickly, for your people whom you have brought out of Egypt are corrupting one another. Oh, no way. They have been quick to leave the way I marked out for them. They have cast themselves a metal idol. Yahweh then said to me, I have seen this people, and what an obstinate people they are. Leave me, I am going to destroy them and wipe out their name under heaven, and I shall make you into a mightier and more numerous nation than they are. Oh, that's a fallible sentence right there. I don't know if you guys get this. Leave me, I'm going to destroy them and wipe out their name under heaven, and I shall make you into a mightier and more numerous nation than they are. Then they are who? It's the same people. All right. It is as it is. I'm getting, it's mainly it's a no, don't do that. Right? Yes? I said, throughout the whole journey through the desert, this is not coming across other people. I think that if there could have been, if there would have existed a common denominator, and God would not have to work so hard, right, to do what? Destroy the idols, not the people, but the idols, right? But the people just don't want to give in when it comes to that. I mean, one trend goes and the next one shows up. People can't just say, no, we don't want that anymore, right? You got to walk around in the clothes, this and that everybody else is wearing too. Even though they might not fit your stature, they might not fit your personality or your character, right? Just go with the trend what the models are wearing out there, right? Yes? Yeah. Why are people so insecure out there? Why don't you just wear what you want to wear? Be decent about it too, right? Yes? Bathing suits can be very nice and decent. I said this before. I don't need to see all them women's butt cheeks hanging out of their one little string they got going, or half. I said, can't you wear a proper bathing suit? You're crapping out of that rear of yours. It's not attractive. I don't think so. Right? And then don't complain when the guys just kind of go nuts over it, because they do go a little nuts over things like that. Right? Yes? Control. In that video, by the way, right? Philosophers talk about love is when you control your urges, you control your desires, right? Yes? All right. I had to mention that again. Can't you, as a woman, just wear a proper bathing suit? Yeah, gosh, yes. Be nice if we could just all walk around naked and be absolutely 100% comfortable, and no one would have to worry about what out there when it comes to that. Right? And you see, here's the thing. If some pervert out there can't subdue you, who have created that kind of desire in a man, then they're going to go after children because they're easy to subdue. You see? So sad. Aren't people getting this out there? But you need to go with the trend, don't you? Trend after trend after trend. And what is it doing? It's causing nothing but destructions out there. Tell me a good trend out there when it comes to the materialistic stuff and all. Tell me a good trend that's happened in the last 500 years. A trend that's been good. I like to hear it. I'll think about it myself. Maybe I'll come up with one or two. Most of them are destructive. They're not good. Who the heck in their right mind will walk around with jeans that have big old holes in it? That's just about Okay, I'm sorry, but I see that. I see people wearing jeans like that. And I'm going, well, thanks for the IQ info. Yeah. Just saying. People do out there what they want to do, but when it comes to me, it's just like, okay, then don't be surprised. Then you have to take what comes along with it. As every I guess city, every people outside of the Israelites also had to just, well, this is the trend that you're going with. This is the idols you want to go with. Because very obviously, it's not just Israel that believes in that one God. Balaam proves that. And the king of Baal, is it Baal? Proves that. Because Balaam had conversations with God. Was given instructions by God. No, you don't get to curse the Israelites. I don't want you to do that. For the safety of your own people. Well then, okay. Most likely, and we're not getting that in here because we need to see Israel as a conquering nation. Right? God most likely told Balaam that you need to unite with them. You need to go and talk to that king and say you need to unite with them. You need to start following the 10 Commandments. You need to teach your people. You know, there is a king who did that. Or a Roman emperor. You guys know which one I'm talking about? 400 years after Jesus' death, I believe. That started happening. Rome still stands. Still differently, but still stands. Anyway. Yeah, so this goes again a little bit deeper than just what we read here on the surface and on how happily we would embrace, right? Yes, let's go and do what, right? To another people for whatever reason. Though, Moses is reminding the people of Israel, God doesn't think you're a whole lot better, right? Yes, got to do better. And reminds them of the warnings that they got themselves. Yes, okay, all right. But would he? No. Destroy them? No. No, you wouldn't. No, it's not what... No, the promise of the rainbow's already happened. I said, one can read this however one wants to. The trendy trends. Yep. Your idols all out there. Ooh. Toodaloo. Yeah, they all fall. They all seem to fall. There doesn't seem to be any. It just takes time. That's why God goes ahead of the Israelites as well. It's going to take time. And it's not just about the time where then another people's, no, they're not going to change. So I'm just going to wait. And they destruct on their own. But the Israelites have to get better, stronger, right? More set in their foundations as well. Okay. God's given you time. That's my God. He is an awesome God. That's right. Thanks, guys. Good reminder. Israel. It's not funny. I know it's not funny. This sounds just like our government right now. And what's going on there? And oh, here's another one. Oh, here's another one. They made another joke out of this one. Another meme out of that one. Another just shake your head and, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. What? And just chuckle it off. What else can you do? Israel sins again, a prayer of Moses. There you go. What can we do? What did Tucker Carlson tell us? Say a prayer every day for our nation, for our government. Do it every day. Just do it every day. Yep, here we go. Looky here. At Taberah too, and at Massah, and Kibroth Ha-Tavah. You provoked Yahweh, and when Yahweh, meaning you to leave Kadesh Barnea, said, go up and take possession of the country which I have given you, you rebelled against the command of Yahweh your God, and would not believe him or listen to his voice. You have been rebels against Yahweh from the day he first knew you. Oh. Whoa. So I fell prostrate before Yahweh and lay there those 40 days and 40 nights, Yahweh having said that he was going to destroy you. And I pleaded with Yahweh. My Lord Yahweh, I said, do not destroy your people, your heritage, whom in your greatness you have redeemed, whom you have brought out of Egypt with your mighty hand. Remember your servants, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Take no notice of this people's stubbornness, their wickedness, and their sin, so that in the country from which you have brought us it may not be said, Yahweh was not able to bring them to the country which he had promised them. He hated them. That was why he brought them out, to slaughter them in the desert. But these are your people, your heritage, whom you yourself have brought out by your great power and your outstretched arm. That's the end of 9. So what did Moses just do there? You really think that it was Moses calling on God, saying, oh, please don't destroy us, reminding God why he did what he did, and we are your people, just please, No, what did Moses just do? We know a little bit about Moses' character too, right? Yes? What did Moses do? Moses just became an orator in front of God. He showed God, look, I can change. I'm going to try and change too. So, no, we're still here with you. God never retreated. God never knew that. God doesn't do that. There is not a thing that he can do. There's not a thing that our heavenly parents, mother and father and mother, heavenly parents can do when you decide to walk away. When you decide to forget to greet them in the morning and to bid them good night in the evening. Nothing. There isn't a thing he can do when you slam the door in his face. Not a thing. I can. As a mother, when my children got old enough to start slamming doors, I took the doors off. That was it. We had no more doors. Not even in the bathroom. There was a curtain. Yeah. And you go, anybody in there? Yeah, uh-huh. No sound means there was nobody in there. Yeah. That's what I did when my children thought that slamming the door in their mother's or father's face was a good idea. Permissible. But you know what? Our heavenly parents, they're even more forgiving. They'll just wait until you open that door again. And Moses opened that door again. We could see it the other way around. But then again, I'm not finding the God I know. But if I turn this around, then I'm finding the God I know. Do you understand? No? Too hard to understand? It is what it is. Anyway, so it's one thing I did not know. This is the first time we're actually hearing that up on that mountain, 40 days and 40 nights, that Moses wasn't just there to receive, right? But because that's what it says every time before that, to receive the Ten Commandments. He was up there to plead for the people of Israel in a way, or rather, right? Showing God that no, we are here for you. We are recognized. We want to work with you. We do. And then, sounds like, God said, okay, then I'll give you 10 items that you got to get really good at first. To clean up within the filth and, let's just call it what it is. A lot of the spiritual filth. Mindset of the people. Yes. I think it's still the same today, isn't it? Can you imagine everybody were to follow the Ten Commandments? Whoa. These are simple rules that anybody can follow, even if you have, it doesn't matter what religions you got, where you live in the world, right? Yes? No? Okay. Anywho, so there it is. Once again, it is what it is. Interesting. I talked about my knee and what all this pharmaceutical stuff does to my body, and on how I have to detox, right? How my system, due to the fact that I eat good, nourishing food from my garden, grown without pesticides, without chemicals, nothing like that, right? On how that nourishes my body, but also detoxes my system. Isn't that something? Detox. Deuteronomy. Right? Yes? Moses on the mountain. I'm coming. The boys are back. Went through a detox for his people too, himself and his people, so he could receive what? Really important information. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, that's all I have to share today. It's a little short one. The boys are waiting. I'm coming. They're back early today. God's love and blessings always. May He protect you, and I will talk to y'all another time.